And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
He's coming. Check in. Watch the curl.
Play action. Now Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Jordan. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
13 yards, first down, Panthers. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. They go play action now. Wilson going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. On the ground, McCaffrey. And a short gain down to about the 33. Demario Davis there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Now he'll escape to his left. And a big one across here as he's taken down. Marcus Davenport, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Franks. It's caught by Bryant. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Chad Hunt. 8, read. Let's go, let's go. And go.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
H3, 218, chopper, chopper. Check, 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 check. Ready.
To throw on 2nd down. Franks out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Franks. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's gotten to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
From the gun on 3rd down. Franks flushed out right. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So still no touchdowns in the 1st half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Wilson throwing again. And that's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Marcus Davenport make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Looking to throw. Franks. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tyus Bowser. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Franks. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch. And he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go!
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 12 on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, but it's going to be second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Franks. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Boston shot through on the safety blitz for the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll let this go for the end zone. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, P.J. Williams with a pick. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 30, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wilson going to throw again. Dancing to his left. Now he's got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw is Wilson. To throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Here's a 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Franks. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. 23 yards, the final tally.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 5. Flush to his right. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running with Kamara. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Franks eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off near the 44. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now Ward. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge differences we know between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. The 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 47 yards, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game.
And that's caught inside the 35. Back now here live in New Orleans. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter play. They go play action here on 1st down. He lets this one fly. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Good job.
Michael Thomas. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And with that, the lead is up to 8. after the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Wilson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A big play, 3rd and 2. This crowd dying for a stop. Wilson. And this is caught. He hits more. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now it's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jordan. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. There's Wilson to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing again here, Wilson. And now he'll tuck it and run. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Wilson will throw again. And it's caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Now Wilson, and this is caught, and they've got the lead here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
He's checking. He's on the ball.
Off play action. Franks. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw is Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson finding room to the 20. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jordan. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Wilson to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Tie game, 4th quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Back to throw. Franks. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, Franks. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Wilson. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Watch left. You got three. Three down.
Now Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Throwing now is Wilson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Wilson now to throw on third down. Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Let's go. Let's
The
do it.
Saints take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaq Thompson in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Looking to throw. Franks escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A huge play there in overtime. 53 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
2nd and 4. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 7.
Come on, QB, come on.
Now what can Wilson do here in the OT? And an alley to run. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now Wilson on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together, and I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely, that would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
I absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, this from 39. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Now remember, this one is not over. But with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession. But when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
Feel like